Hi, everybody. Okay, so, we're going to build off of kind of where we left off on Monday, but I'm going to kind of come at it from a different direction. So we're going to sort of intersect with Monday's lesson and then get to our techniques today. Okay, so what I do there, I want you to stand like feet shoulder width apart, just good basic takedown wrestling stance, good posture always, right? Okay, if I have an opponent who is standing in a good basic wrestling stance, they have posture, a little bit of bend in the knees, okay, elbows in close, okay, it is very hard to take this person down if they are standing straight up at you. Okay? If I try to, very rudimentary concept, right? If I try to push you this way, they'll let me. It's pretty sturdy. If I try to push it back this way, got that kickstand. And even if I did push it this way, if you step to the right, it's got that foot step, change the angle. It's very hard to move. An object that is stationary is hard to move. A good way to think of it is if I'm pushing a car, car breaks down on the side of the road, I got to push it into this parking lot. What's the hardest part? Getting it to move in the first place, exactly. Once you get the car moving, right, it might take 5 people to get that car rolling, but one person can keep that thing rolling. Yeah? So the thing we want to emphasize in our approach to these takedowns, particularly these sort of grip-based, sort of judo-y takedowns, is what I would kind of call like stability disruption. All right? I want to take their stillness and I want to disrupt it in some way. Now I can do that a number of ways. I can make him move forward, backward, side to side, and I can make him break down or posture up. I could also maybe make him step, right? So if I pull him in like we did on Monday, I can make him step. I can make him come forward. I could push him back, right? I could snap him down and go really light, so he postures up. So I got the snap down, I got the posture up. We want to use these things at our disposal because it's going to be difficult to do any of the techniques that we're going to be working on this whole semester if he's just standing here upright. So for example, before I get into the details, if I try to do the technique we're doing today, which is the Osoto Gari, with him just standing still, very hard, right, for me to make that movement happen, just static. Okay, so it makes sense, right, guys? I want to make him move around, either involuntarily by me saying, like, an involuntary would be I get a snap down, so he's involuntarily going downward, okay? Or voluntarily, he's voluntarily posturing up, yeah? So we start out, we kind of pick up where we left off on Monday. I got my collar grip, I swung my hammer, right? I took my step back and I postured him up, or broke his posture down. So he's going to posture up, as we talked about. Now, I want to make kind of a couple things happen in this sort of space, pocket of time. I want to get this sleeve grip. Technically speaking, you should almost always go for close to the elbow. That's usually, that's a better grip in general. But if you can only get the end of the sleeve, that's okay too. It's just going to be not quite as, you're not going to have as much control over this shoulder and thus this foot. So quick, actually fundamental check. Number one, this collar, it controls his shoulder. This sleeve controls this foot and this shoulder, right? It's hard to make him step with this collar, right? But it's hard to posture him down with this sleeve. So I posture him down and make him step. That's kind of what that's taught, right? Pretty basic. We all got on this so far. So I want to get that sleeve. I also want to take advantage of him posturing up, and the way I'm going to take advantage of him posturing up, so let's just say I have you broken down. As he postures up, I want to punch him back. You see how that shoulder went behind the hip? That's what we're kind of aiming to facilitate this situation. Okay, so I'm going to step back, break him down. As he postures up, I'm going to punch him back, and I'm going to step in to this pocket. Right? Very important note here. I do not reach with this foot. So this is like the biggest mistake people make with this takedown. Like the number one biggest mistake. This is I feel like a big one. Is they go for this trick like this. Okay? Brian, trip my foot. If your goal is to get Osoto Gari when you try your Osoto Gari, then that's a great way to do it. But if your goal is to actually accomplish the technique, that's a stupid idea. So what I want, let's say without all the grips, is I want to keep my shoulders in front of my hips, right? We always talk about that. Hips behind shoulders, good positioning. I just want to shift everything forward. So essentially my hip should almost like clear his hip a little. Does that make sense, guys? the way I'm getting to that position is by pushing him back, right? So I'm getting here. Now again, if he's still, so let's say you're still, I'm going to try to do that. Don't let me do that. It's going to be hard for me to get in there necessarily. So I'm going to utilize the fact that I snapped him down, he's postured up, and I'm taking that step in. So invisible opponent, move here. So I'm punching him back, stepping in deep. Shoulders in front of hips. So we grab it again. So now we're here. Let's turn it this way. Yeah, that'll be. So actually, say I don't have this yet. Boom. He postures up. Boom. Okay, here you see he's already kind of off on that leg. From here, the trick is simple. I continue punching him while I scoop this foot. I want to get as low to the ankle as possible. I try to trip, don't move your leg. I try to trip at the knee. Don't be hard, don't move your leg. If I grab the foot, I'm going to get it up pretty much every time. So all together, I'm going to do the takedown now. So we're here. Boom, he postures up. Boom, bam. So pretty straightforward as far as the actual mechanics. It's just a matter of applying them correctly. So do that again. Anybody have any questions about that? No? Cool. So, again, we start with the thing we went, actually, back up a little. We start with the thing we did or on Monday. I'm swinging my hammer, taking a step back, breaking his posture. As he postures up, I'm going to make two things happen. I get the sleeve, I punch it, or three things rather. I get the sleeve, I punch the collar, and I'm stepping in. So he postures up, boom. From here, I'm going to punch him down more, scoop low at the ankle, and make the takedown happen. Sometimes you might have to turn him a little. Like you see how I kind of rotated Ryan at the end there? But generally speaking, you're pretty much good to go. You want to see that? Good. All right, excellent. Anybody have any questions? Excellent. Let's part it up, work it out. 1, 2, 3.